What are these CEOs telling you about the landscape, about anxiety about putting money into generative AI when they don't know when the next tariff is hitting?
Yeah, there's no question that selling generative AI in the enterprise right now has to be an ROI first story, because these are the same CEOs who are telling the street that they're cutting OpEx and, they're trimming down their teams. So it really puts a big focus on the kind of return. And the reality is, Satya said it a couple weekends ago, right? There's never been such a big gulf between what technology can do and then what's actually happening inside of the enterprise. We've got a survey coming out, Fortune 500 execs, 71% are saying that their generative AI efforts have been very disappointing, and so, it absolutely is a big...
Why is it very disappointing? Why is it so hard to bring this once-in-a-lifetime AI exuberance to bear on your productivity?
I think we are bringing knives to a gunfight when it comes to actually building with generative AI. People are taking these really long kind of software development cycles, and IT is taking these projects to the business, and the business is saying, this is not really good enough to actually, benefit my work. So we take a very different approach. Writer is purpose-built for that kind of collaboration you need between the business and IT to actually deliver generative AI projects and applications and agents that work for the business.
So is it sort of legacy software is the issue here?
So it's the legacy tooling of building these products, and so the LLMs are very, very powerful, but you need to wrap it with data, with workflow, with know-how, and that's just not happening right now in most IT departments in the enterprise.
So help measure your success. How are you articulating to those you're going out and pitching and saying you will get ROI with us?
It's a very solution-oriented approach. So, we're not talking about, hey, buy a full-stack platform, buy our amazing LLMs, look at us, how great we are. We're talking about actual end-user productivity and end-user use cases. So it's very solution-oriented.
What's also interesting is you've set yourself apart from a pretty crowded field, I'm going to say, like agentic AI and generative AI in the workplace and enterprise seems to be everyone's lexicon right now. But you're coming at it from, look, we do something very different with the type of data we're using and the type of model building that we're going through. You're almost saying, like, actually, don't look at a reasoning model, look at our type of model. What is your type of model?
Yeah, look at this exhibition floor. It's literally hundreds and hundreds of startups, and it's such an exciting opportunity. But when it comes to the enterprise, they are looking at the vendors that they trust, the ones that already have their data. But yesterday I was with a CIO of a Fortune 500 company where to hire an employee, they need to touch 100 systems. Only 10, 15 of them might be a ServiceNow application, right? So we kind of see ourselves as that Switzerland that ties together a lot of disparate systems when it comes to building these agentic applications. And it really is that bringing together structured and unstructured data together to build the tooling.
But when we heard Jensen Huang come out with his latest earnings, he tried to paint the vision of a new scaling law that's here because of reasoning models. But you're actually taking issue with reasoning models in the generative AI application right now. You think that self-evolving models is where we should go. Can you articulate what that is?
Yeah, I love Jensen, and he just wants more tokens, right? And he's absolutely right in the spirit of what he's saying, which is the revolution is just getting started, right? The vast majority of enterprises are still not benefiting from AI. So imagine what's going to happen once they do, right? When it comes to the actual LLMs, right, what we're saying is the path to superintelligence is through self-evolving models that can update their training data in real time in response to making a mistake and then getting nudged by a user, you didn't get our process right? If we need to go out and retrain or fine-tune or, rebuild a RAG pipeline every time a model is wrong, we are never going to get to the kind of superintelligence that's possible.
What about the talent that's needed? At the moment, we've got a new administration that seems to be cutting funding for science in the United States, for universities and next level education. Is that something that worries you, or is talent still rich for you?
Talent is a struggle no matter, what the political environment. We just opened up our London and Singapore offices for exactly this reason, to be able to hire outside of the United States. Most of our 400 employees are here, but as we look to double over the next year, we are definitely going to be growing internationally.
What about inorganic versus organic? Every time you come on, I say, who other startups are you looking at? What other acqui-hires can you do? Is it still rich pickings for you to buy other businesses?
There are literally hundreds of startups that are doing really, really exciting things that are finding it difficult to sell into the enterprise. We have kind of risen above the noise, and so there have been, some really interesting things that we're looking at as bolt-on acquisitions to the Writer platform.
In the context of accounting, Copilot proves to be a truly valuable ally, an intelligent assistant capable of simplifying and accelerating many routine activities that would otherwise be time-consuming. Thanks to the artificial intelligence integrated into Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, users can receive instant answers to specific questions without the need to manually sift through countless tables, documents, or complex financial reports. A practical example? You can ask Copilot to show you a list of overdue invoices. The system immediately analyzes the relevant data in real time and delivers a clear, updated overview, highlighting amounts due, due dates, and the customers or vendors involved. This level of insight enables accounting professionals to act quickly, whether it's following up on outstanding payments, forecasting cash flow needs, or preparing for financial meetings. But Copilot goes far beyond simple search queries. One of its greatest strengths is its ability to automatically generate pivot tables, an incredibly useful feature for grouping and analyzing financial data according to customized filters and business criteria. With just a few clicks, complex data sets become clear, visual summaries, making it easier to identify trends, anomalies, and opportunities for optimization. In this way, Copilot transforms raw financial data into meaningful, actionable information, saving valuable time and reducing the need for repetitive, manual tasks. Thanks to Copilot, the daily work of the accounting team becomes not only faster and more efficient, but also far more analytical and strategically focused. It's a smart tool that works alongside professionals, empowering them in their roles and enhancing the quality and impact of their decisions. Ultimately, Copilot helps make accounting not just simpler, but also more dynamic, insightful, and aligned with business goals.